Once again, when we do the Hangout, I do recommend that everybody keep their microphone red, keep it muted. That will help the audio quality. We are finishing up our book today, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I have no idea if any of you sent summaries to Santa. This is none. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. This is Santa's last week. It's a very sad day. It's Santa's last week, but I'll be around. Yeah, you'll be around, but Santa will not be able to be kind of a regular here, so that's sad news. We want to say a special thank you to Santa for the months and months of excellent work that you have done, typing everybody's comments and making a newsletter. Really excellent work. I'm very nervous about the future because now I have to do it, and I am not as talented as Santa. But Santa, thank you so much for your time and patience and hard work. We sincerely appreciate it. Thanks, Santa.
Thank you.
That was Santa.
I'll be around anyway.
You're going to be around? Well, then do the newsletter. Let me say to Akin, please mute your microphone. I can hear you breathing.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Once again, to everybody, to mute your microphone, you just click on the green button and make it red. Try that, Akin. Your microphone is still on. There you go. Perfect. Good. Okay. So we are finishing up Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Basically, there's, I think it's 2, maybe 3 final chapters just telling you how to do it. Did anybody listen? Did anybody create a review? Santa says nobody sent her anything. And everybody's being very quiet right now. Eva, go ahead.
So I listened, but I wasn't able to make a summary. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Anybody
I'm
else?
not sure I understood everything, and it wasn't. I couldn't find time to do it precisely.
No, that's fine. I completely understand. Yeah, I understand. To listen is one thing, to make a review is another thing. Go ahead, Sadaf.
I did it. I just now sent it for Santa's email, Gmail, and right now I sent it for.
Sadaf, don't send it the email because the formatting is always such a problem. Please copy and paste in the chat room, okay?
Yes, I copied and pasted and in the chat room also.
Okay, great. I didn't see it. You must have sent it just
for Santa.
Okay, great, excellent. So we'll get to Sadaf in a second. That's great. Thank you so much, Sadaf. Anybody else? Nothing? You might have to do it a couple of times because the copy-paste will not take more than 400 words or something like that, 200 words. So go to the bottom and show.
I got it, Tori.
Okay. So only Sadaf is saving the day. My goodness, Sadaf, that's great. I hope that you guys were able to listen to the final chapters, but basically, once again, there are 2 chapters, and I'll give you the names when Santa is ready. Santa, the first chapter is chapter 9, as Sadaf has written there, Getting Started. And chapter 10 is Here Are Some To-Dos. And that's just kind of a very short chapter. There's one more chapter. I don't know if it's in the audio book. Here Are Some To-Dos. Yeah, with a small s. No apostrophe. There you go. And the very final chapter, Santa, one more, is how to pay for college with only $7,000. Good, 7 grand. So these are the actual chapters that are in the book. I don't know if the audiobook has them all. So let me go back to our hero of the day, Sadaf. Sadaf, chapter 9, getting started. This is the key chapter. Please read your summary for us. Uh-oh, Sadaf lost the microphone. Sometimes we get a bad connection and not a strong connection. My audio's phasing in and out too. Can you all hear me?
Yes, my microphone was not working some while. Okay.
Okay, I think it's because we get a lot of people coming in the middle, and that can affect it sometimes. Sadaf, go ahead.
Yes.
Read your summary, please.
Okay. You just always say what you want, not what you don't want or don't like. Turn your sentence to a positive one. Like, I want to simply be free. I want control over my time and my life. I want money to work for me. Without a strong reason or purpose, everything in life is hard. People simply ignore being rich. They think being rich is like an annoying situation. Your mind should be able to analyze the problems. So read and listen about what you need to know. Intelligent people listen more. They listen to new ideas and find something new. Be an expert and learn as much as possible. Learn from your richer friends. If they are richer than you, ask them what they did. Don't ask for a loan or a job. You become what you study, so watch out what you read, because your mind won't be kidding with you. Pay yourself and your asset column first, and then buy luxuries. Use good brokers. They offer you some information, and information is priceless. You know that money is smarter than you, because all the year you work for it. Let yourself be smarter than the money by your financial intelligence. Instead of saying it's hard, look for some people who look at it easily. They inspire you and make things look easy. We call them heroes, and remember, whatever you do will come back to you simply. Like when you teach somebody and will learn more. That was for chapter 9. Should I read chapter 10 also?
Just a second. That was an excellent, excellent summary for chapter 9. And let's go back up there. Santa, can you put it on one page, please? It's broken into 2 pages. Just hit return and bring it all the way down. Okay, so do you know what bullet points are, Sadaf?
The things I bold, yes, positive.
Right. So
Read and
yeah.
yes.
So Santa, do you know how to make bullet points in Microsoft Word? Okay. You have to use that. So you can't just add them in there. All right. I think it was option 8. It used to be option 8 a long time ago when I was in college, but that was, my goodness, 30 years ago. Let's go back to the top. So you've listed a lot of great things, and it would be nice to put them in bullet points too. Go back to the top, please, Santa. One thing I want to change is the first sentence. You should always say what you want, not what you don't want or don't like. Actually, I think he said saying both is important, but many people only say one or the other. So he gave a list of things he didn't want, and he gave a list of things he did want. And Sadaf, let me ask you, why is making a list of things you don't want and making a list of things you do want, why is that important?
Making a list of what you don't want is the thing that you should ignore. And I don't think that it's really useful. But when you say it's useful, of course it is. But you should make a list of what you want or what you like, because you should attract them to yourself. You should use this rule of life. You should think of what you want. If you think of what you don't want, so the negative things will come around you. I think this is the thing I mentioned.
Okay, but what does he say? What does he talk about? When it comes to making this list, why does he say it's important? This is a tough question. Anybody can answer.
Because I think because you should know what you want to know and what you want to have. Maybe this is one of the reasons. Because you should know what you want to know and then go and search for it. And because if you don't know, so the result is not very good.
Okay, okay. That's actually something different. It's not wrong. It's very true, but it's not what he was talking about. Can anybody else help us here? He said we should. So Santa, can you go up to the top there? And no, yeah. Like stop. I want to. Boom. Where it says people simply ignore being rich, can you put in a couple of lines there? People simply ignore being rich. Yeah. No, don't delete it. No, just put the cursor in front of people. Put the cursor in front of people, please. And then hit return like 4 times. Thank you. So I want to talk in here. I want to talk in the middle there. So make a list of things you don't want. That was actually very important. Why? Why, everybody? Nobody caught that. I'm going to turn my camera on. Okay, so let's just I'll just ask you guys. So when it comes to work, money, success, life, your life, what are things you don't want right now? Can you think of anything right now? So your life is good, of course, hopefully your life is good, but what are some things you wish you didn't have or didn't have to do? Can anybody think of anything? Things you don't like? Paying bills, great. Paying bills. Now, paying bills, we all have to pay bills. But maybe paying bills, we can change it. How about worrying about paying bills? Does anybody like that? Write that one down, please, Santa. Worrying about paying bills. So I'll give you a very personal story. Every month I have my bills. It's the same, okay? Every month, electricity and internet and rent and water, blah, blah, blah. It's the same bills. But sometimes there's an emergency. For example, several months ago, I used 2 computers, very important. One of my computers died. Suddenly, I need to buy a new computer, and I didn't have the money. So this was a great stress. I don't like that. I don't like worrying about paying bills. That's not a good thing. That's, if I'm worried about paying bills, will I be creative, as creative or stuff like that? It's just an extra stress. So it's not bad, but the point is, make a list of things I don't like. Well, number one, I don't like worrying about paying bills. What's another one? Anybody? Things you don't like. Okay, you guys are sleeping. What about, let's talk about something. Eva, go ahead.
So I wanted to say that we don't want to be in stress situations in general. So any kind of stress situation.
I'm going to say, sorry, I'm going to say no. I want you guys to be personal. Think about you. Of course we don't want stress, but I'm going to say no to that one. Be specific. Let me give you one example. How many of you have a smartphone? You have a smartphone? Yeah. And would you like to have a new one? Without, it's expensive, so we just can't do it. But so maybe upgrading your technology. You don't want to worry about upgrading your technology. For me, my business is online, and there's always something that needs to be improved, and it's stressful. So for me, for example, when I want to do live periscopes, but I can't these days because my phone has memory problems and I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what the problem is. So I'm having a technology problem, and I don't have the money to solve that problem, and so I'm waiting. So this is a technology, upgrading technology. For me, I need to do it so that I can, work on my business, but I can't right now. I don't have the investment ability to upgrade my technology. Right now I'm at home, but when I'd like to do periscopes, when I go into the country, when I go into the city, those are such great tools for teaching English, but I can't. Oh gosh, yeah. So leaky roof. So leaky roof, or what about, yeah, this is similar to emergency expenses. Emergency expenses. Maybe for you, your wife, your mother, your father, medical bills, retirement, sickness, not being able to buy a house, owning a house, not worrying about a mortgage, buying healthy food for your children, not having to buy microwave food. There's a million things that you can not want in your life, okay? So you need to make a list, and you need to look at that list, and that list needs to make you angry and say, yeah, this is a problem. I don't like it. Now, once you understand what you don't want, another thing, time. You have to wake up at 6 o'clock to go to the office, and you have to stay there on Wednesday nights because there's a meeting, and your boss is not nice, but you have to listen to your boss because your boss is your boss. You wish you could be your boss, but you can't because you have to listen to your boss. Maybe there's a million things. You would like to take your family on a vacation to another country or to the beach or to the mountains, but you don't have the time, or you don't have the money, or your child is in a school and the school says that they have to be there. There's a million things. Maybe you would like to homeschool your children. You would like to have private tutors to help your children. There are many, many things that we would love to be able to do, but we can't right now. We don't like these things. Make that list and make it personal. Make it something that excites you. And then with that energy, now you make a list of things you want. You want to have the freedom to create your schedule. You want to do less administrative daily work and more creative idea thinking. You want to allow your children or your family experiences that will make their lives better. Your mother and father are old. You want to make sure that you have help for your mother and father at home so that they can be comfortable and that you don't have to worry. You want to make sure if somebody in your family gets sick or is injured that you can help them get the best medical care around. Now, this stuff needs money. It needs work. So you need to make a very personal list. And what does this list do? It motivates you. You have to know where you don't want to be, and usually where you don't want to be is where you are, and then you have to have an idea of where you want to be. You cannot ignore where you are, because everybody dreams. Oh, I wish, I wish, I wish. Everybody, I wish, I think, I want. Oh, but nobody does anything. Very few people do something because they don't want to look at the negative stuff. Oh, no, I don't like that. Oh, I just want. Very few people achieve. So you need to be able to look at the negative stuff, and you need to be able to garner, to get that energy, and then see the dream, and then find the connection. How can you take this don't want list and this want list, and what can you do? How can you use financial intelligence to achieve your want list? This is what he's talking about, the big story in the beginning of this chapter. And I'm guessing most of you did not listen to the chapter if you didn't get that. Does that make sense, everybody? I know, no, Sadaf, I know you did. I know you did, and I know Eva did.
I'm listening.
I know.
It makes sense to me, yes. Thank you.
Oh, sure. Okay, so that's the first part. Everything else that you said, Sadaf, I love. Santa, can you show me the rest of Sadaf's summary here? I'll get rid of my picture. Okay. People ignore being rich. They think being rich is like an annoying situation. Yeah, that's an excuse that people have. Your mind should be able to analyze the problems. Right. That's that don't want list and the want list. Intelligent people listen more. Yep. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen, listen, listen. He said, Santa, put a paragraph there too. I want to add something. Wait. They listen to new ideas and find something new. Put a paragraph there, please. Here's another great section. He was reading a story, a book. He was reading a book, and the author said something he disagreed with. And he's like, what? So he's reading a book, and it's like, what is this guy talking about? This guy's an idiot. And then he was thinking, wait a minute. I like this guy. I know he's not an idiot, but why did he say this? So he read it again, and he read it again, and he read it again, and he thought about it, and he read it again. He said he read it about 20 different times. And then he realized, okay, yeah. So now I see why he says this. Now, still, I say this, but now I see his perspective. And then he said, this is so important because now when I look at a problem, I can look from two different directions. Before, I only could look from my direction because my direction is right. But now I can also look from this direction because even though I might not agree, this guy's really smart. So by listening to other people, you actually open up the possibility to understand situations from different perspectives. So when you go into a problem, you can say, today I'm going to be Coach Shane and solve the problem. But wait a minute. What if I was Sadaf? Sadaf in this situation might do this. Let's analyze this situation. Which is better? Which result might be better? And that was a very interesting thing to me because I'm an English teacher. I believe in my system. Other teachers have different perspectives and different ideas, but I need to listen to those teachers. I need to listen to those ideas. I need to understand why they do that, and then maybe that's going to help me become an even better teacher. Listening to the people that you disagree with, you absolutely disagree with, can actually be a big benefit. Okay, Santa, show me a little bit more of what Sadaf wrote here. Be an expert and learn as much as possible. Yeah, invest in your education. Read, 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 read. Take classes, take classes. He gave a great example of he bought two guys. Guy one bought property for, $40. Guy two bought property for $30. Guy two bought the property cheaper because he invested in a $700 class. And he told the guy, hey man, I got this much cheaper, but before I got it, I took a class to learn how. And the other guy said, $700 for a class? That's a lot of money. but he ended up spending much more money on the property. He could have saved so much more money. So become an expert. Learn as much as possible. Learn from the successful people. I love this line. Don't ask for a loan. Don't ask for a job from successful people. Learn from them. Learn how they did it. And they'll tell you. And this is another great line that Sadaf got. You become what you study, so be careful of what you read. Be careful of what you watch. Be careful of who you listen to. You become what you study. Very true. And Santa put a paragraph, the next one, pay yourself. And this is such a difficult concept. Just one, yeah. Pay yourself in your asset column first. Bingo. Then buy luxuries. Very, extremely difficult for people. Because people, it's difficult for people to say no. They want to buy the new phone. They want to buy the new car. It's difficult for people to say no. And you can do it through your assets. And the next line is very important too. Use good brokers. And this can be a stockbroker, a real estate broker, a tax accountant. Use good professionals. Use good professionals because they're smart. And their job is to help you. So paying them is a good thing because they will help you. Don't be cheap. What is great. He gave an example of going to a restaurant. In America, when we go to a restaurant, we have to give a tip. If you don't give a tip, you are horrible, absolute horrible person. The minimum tip in America is 10%. So even if the waiter or the waitress is bad, you still give 10%. Many people still give 15%. If the service is really good, you give 15% or 20%. That's at a restaurant. That's what's typical. So he gave the example of people who have money have no problem tipping 10% to somebody who does a horrible job for them at a restaurant. But then when it comes to a business like accountant or real estate agent, they hate to give 5%, although the profit is so much bigger. So hire your brokers. Where did that line go, Santa? Use good brokers. Yes, use good brokers. Very important. And pay them. Absolutely pay them. Let's see what else here. This is such a great line too. Santa, can you take "you know that money," that section, and put it below what you're writing now? Okay. See where the cursor is? You know that money is smarter? The arrow. There, yeah, that's my arrow. Take that out, the whole paragraph, and put it below my line. All the way up to "you will learn more." Yep. There you go. Perfect. Sadaf did a great job here. You know that money is smarter than you because you work for money all year. So let yourself be smarter than the money by your financial intelligence. Let your money work for you. Not easy. Not easy. It looks so hard. So instead of saying that is hard, oh, having my money work for me is so hard, don't say that. Look for people who make it look easy. There are people who make having money work for you look easy. Find those people. They're not your neighbor. You might have to buy a book. You might have to take a class, okay? Find those people. Those people are heroes, your financial heroes, and follow them in your country, in your town, okay? Find the people who are successful. Look what they do. Find what they do. And remember, whatever you do will come back to you. Like, for example, when you teach somebody, you will learn more. Excellent, excellent line right there. Whatever you do, keep that line separate, Santa. Yeah, or there you go. That just underline it. When you teach somebody, you will learn more. I always tell my students the best way to learn is to teach. And that's absolutely the truth. Even if you don't really know something, if you try to teach it to somebody who really doesn't know, you're going to learn better. You might make mistakes, but hey, that's part of learning. The best way to learn is to teach. Absolutely. Very good advice. So this, Sadaf did an excellent job here on that chapter. It's a very important chapter. Are you okay? Do you understand? Are you sleeping? I'm the only one talking.
I'm sleeping.
Santa, what did you say?
I said I got it.
Yeah.
I don't think audio's good. Sorry.
Everybody, is my audio sounding bad? Leave a message down below. Okay, Amir says no. Okay, good. So only Amir. Okay, Sadaf says good. Okay, good. Perfect. Good. You're very nice. Okay, let's go to chapter 10. Sadaf, our hero of the day, also did a summary on Chapter 10. And I'm curious, here are some to-dos, a to-do list. Santa, make the do, the O, big. Only the S should be small. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. Was there only 7 points? I can't remember.
No, I think there were 10.
Yeah, Santa, I don't think you got it all. The copy paste the last part. That it doesn't take everything. When you copy paste in box.com, there's a limit as to how much text.
Sadaf, can you please put the last part in the chat room? I don't think I got it in my email. Sorry.
Yeah,
I think
yes, dear Santa, I think chose 7 of them. I wrote 10, but they were very not important, and I just chose 7 of them.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Sadaf, you said you wanted me to read it, but would you read it, please?
Yes, because I have to leave in some minutes. Okay, now I'm here. Number 1, take a break and analyze what is going and what is working and what is not working. Number 2, find someone who did the things you want to do. Ask them for some tricks. Number 3, pay for more knowledge. You need to know, so buy the things you need. Number 4, make offers. Don't be serious. You can play roles. So search, offer, negotiate, and accept. Number 5, jog, walk, or drive with an investor once a month. Number 6, success and profit should be when you buy something, not when you sell it. Number 7, small people think small. They act alone and don't act all. Business people love big spenders.
Excellent. On number 7, they act alone or don't act all. That's exactly what was in the book, but it's a typo, or they don't act at all. Just add the word at all. They act alone or they don't act at all. And at all, everybody, at all means ever. They act alone or they never act. That's the nuance there. Okay, excellent job. And see, Sadaf, I don't mean to be mean to Sadaf, but Sadaf, do you understand what you're talking about?
I wrote it for you. It was really hard. It was the summary of all the chapters, I think. And because of this, I just make some notes. I didn't talk about it. I didn't just open discussion.
That's fine. No, that's these last 2 chapters I worried about, and you did a great job. So excellent job. You're off the hook. Let me go back.
Thank you.
Let me go back to Eva. Eva, you were able to listen to this. Do any of these look familiar to you? Can you add anything to what we have here in this list? Everybody's really silent today. Mahmoud, you've been listening to the book. Did you not listen to this section?
I read it.
So?
This and the last one, 9 and 10. And I found each point, it speaks itself. So I think, how can I make summary for this? Because each point, it's summary.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's why what Sadaf gave us is fine. But which of these 7 points, Mahmoud, do you like? Or these are to do things. These are do things. Which of these 7 points is more practical to you or makes sense to you? Which of these do you like?
Reading and take many courses for Yeah, for learning something.
Very good, very good. Pay for more knowledge. Number 3, pay for more knowledge, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and I gave you an example of that earlier. Pay for more knowledge, pay for your education, invest in your education, your financial education, any type of education. Absolutely crucial. So, do you do anything? Obviously you study English with me. You're a perf and a DDM student. You're in the book club, so you get the audio book. This is education English, but also this book is a little bit financial. Do you, Mahmoud, do you do anything for financial education?
Financial? What mean? What
I mean, for example, I'll show you. A couple
yeah.
months ago, I bought another. I have lots of books. I have many books, and I've got a lot of business books. And I just bought this book. This is Anthony Robbins talking about money and how to manage money. I don't have any money to manage, but maybe one day I will. So I do educate myself by buying books. I don't go to classes, but I do. So Mahmoud, that's what I'm asking.
No, I don't do like you.
Not yet.
Not yet, yes.
Good. Eva says the most important thing to do for me is to not be serious. Which one was that? What do you mean by that, Eva? Okay, the playing roles. Okay, yes. So that's right. When he was talking about that, the situation, the example he gave was they went to look at 5 apartments. Should I invest or not? So they have apartment A, B, C, D, and E. Apartment A, B, and C, not good investments. Apartment C, D, and E looked like they could be possibly good investments. But the price, they were selling the apartments, and the price was $100,000 for apartment D and $100,000 for apartment E. So he said, offer them $50,000. Don't be serious. Make an offer, a real offer. Offer them $50,000. And then they'll probably say you're crazy, but they'll start to negotiate. So don't be too serious. Make it kind of a game. Have some fun with it and learn. The only way you're going to learn is to actively participate. And when you actively participate, you can be role-playing. You don't necessarily have to finish the contract. He was also saying when you do this, always say, I want to buy your property for $50,000, but my partner needs to approve too. So there's always a way for you to get out of the situation. Obviously, if you do that too much, nobody is going to trust you, but in the beginning, you have to try it. You have to be this active role player and get into the game to learn some experience. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one too. For me, and anybody else can jump in here, go back to that list, please, Santa. For me, the most important one was, number 6. I really like that. Success and profit should be when you buy something, not when you sell it. A lot of people, when they you know, buy real estate or buy stock or buy gold or something like that. They buy it now and they dream of it growing. And that's dangerous. That's a dangerous philosophy. It might happen, but that's dangerous. What he meant in that situation, buy something that is gold, but for some reason is priced like silver. So this is actually really good, but maybe there's a bad local economy. Maybe right now there's crime in the neighborhood. Maybe Apple stock has really gone down because of a bad CEO, but the company is still good, so the stock is down, or the price of gold is down, or the real estate is down for some reason. Actually, everybody knows the value is higher, but right now it's really low. That's when you buy. You buy when you know it's low because you're basically stealing it. I love that philosophy. Profit should be when you buy something, not when you sell it. Of course, when you sell it, you want it to be more money. Of course. But that's not the hope. The hope is not, oh, I hope it gets big. The reality is, wow, this is so cheap. So you buy it. That's the idea. I like that one. I like that one. Amir, people made fortune gold. Explain what you mean, Amir.
I mean, just what you said, you know. For example, in American Depression, for example, people bought real estate, and after that, after, for example, World War, the prices went up, and they sell their house for more money and made a fortune. Yeah.
Yeah, and who did that? Rich people did that.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
right. Yep. And what is a rich person? Let's be careful with the idea of rich. We can all be rich. The idea of a rich person is somebody who keeps their expenses low and who invests in assets. That's what a rich person is. Keep your expenses low. Don't use your credit card. Don't. Stop if you can. Stop. Don't buy your child an iPhone. Stop. Let them use yours. Give them a time of day to use yours or something. Whatever. I don't know. And don't buy a new car yet. Wait. Create your asset so that your asset creates the money. So that when you do have this asset, you can take that asset and then buy those houses when it's so cheap. Right now in America, Detroit, the city of Detroit, the city of Flint, Michigan, the price of a house, no joke, prices of houses less than $1,000. I'll show you. I'm not going to show you. But the real estate market it's a disaster. But trust me, people are buying those houses. They're not buying the house. They're actually buying the land. But when you buy the house for $1,000, it gives you the land too. The house, get rid of the house. Eventually, logically, Detroit will be strong again. They'll hopefully bring back more industry, manufacturing, something. Hopefully something in the world is cyclical. Things go around. So eventually that land will be valuable again. And those people who are buying $1,000 houses, right now they're not making money, but it's so cheap. In the future, it'll be an explosion. Yeah, it's crazy. I'll see if I can find something.
Okay.
So this is in a good neighborhood. In Michigan, the average price of a house in a good neighborhood, nothing special, just in a good neighborhood, in the state of Michigan is $270,000. That's typical in America. You know, family of 2, 3 children, normal, nice, but nothing special, $270,000. In Detroit, that same house is $64,000. And this is in a good neighborhood, okay? 64, it's a quarter. But then again, you can go into the poor neighborhoods, of which there are many, and you can buy $1,000. It's incredible. I'm just looking cheapest houses in Detroit. Oops. Oh, look at this. I'm going to take the screen from Santa. Santa, we're not going to do the last one. The last one is about housing. Oh, here we go. Almost Santa, not yet. Make presenter. Okay, and then I'll show you my screen. This is 2011, not right now, but there were 15 houses that you could buy for $100. No joke. And right now, this is last year. You can actually buy a house in Detroit for $500 last year. Detroit is auctioning off incredible old homes, beautiful old homes for $1,000 2 years ago. Beware, buyer beware. See, now this is the Chicken Little. Remember we talked about Chicken Little? Buyer beware of Detroit's $500 properties. There are $500 properties. And this is last year. They're saying be careful. Yeah. Believe me, if you buy a house in Detroit for $500, think about it. Do you want to live there? No. The house is probably garbage. What kind of house could you sell for $500? It must be garbage. But are you buying the house? If you're buying the house, you're an idiot. You're not buying the house. You're buying the land that the house is on. That's what you're buying. Okay? So would you buy, if you could buy a city lot of land for $500, would you? Absolutely. Okay? And this is the whole idea. So, and that's the idea. Now, this is for one area of assets, but there are others too. $1 can buy a house, New York Daily News? I don't think so. Maybe. Okay, so we finished. We're done with the book. And you know what? I'm a little bit sad at the participation. I want to thank Sadaf for doing such a great job. But you guys, remember, when we start something, we need to finish it strong. This is a reason why the book club is stressful for me, because I need to maintain the same enthusiasm to the end of the book, but everybody else can relax a little bit, and that's not fair to me. So I've chosen the next book, and the next book is going to be Eats, Shoots, and Leaves. It's an audio book. I think the audio book is pretty short, but I don't want to finish it in one go. Let me double check here. Eats, Shoots, and Leaves audio book. No, not that. Oh, yeah. And I don't want the Kindle. I want the Audible. Where's the Audible version? There we go. That's 1 hour and 9 minutes, really? Yeah, so we'll just do it in one go. It's a 1 hour book. It's about, this is the radio series. Okay, so hopefully it'll be good. I have no idea what it's going to be like. I will get the audio book, and if you have the printed book, great, but we're going to focus on the audio book. So you can go ahead and read the printed book, but also I want you to listen to the audio book, because that's what we'll focus on for the next 2 weeks later. This is the subject. Eats, Shoots, and Leaves. This is a book about punctuation. It sounds really boring, but actually it's pretty good. They did a great job. I actually have 2 copies of the book, hardcover and paperback. That's how much I like the book. Yeah, it's a great book. It's a good book. So that's what we're going to do in 2 weeks. Oh, wait a second. Yes. In 2 weeks from today at the same time, this is the book we're going to do. And that's final. I'll give it back to Santa if she has anything to say here. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Take my mug out of there. See, Santa was sleeping too. That's okay. Anyway, any final questions or thoughts? I hope that you enjoyed our book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I certainly did. There's lots of interesting things. I hope that I did a good job in making it understandable for you all. Great. Thank you, Amir. Thank you, Eva. I appreciate it. Okay, so Eats, Shoots, and Leaves is coming up next. And I just want to say thank you very much to Akin and Denise. Welcome to the book club. It sounds really boring, right? But no, normally these guys are very active. Today it was not as active. Hader, as always, thank you. Matt joins now. But yeah, we'll finish it up. And thanks a lot, guys. Alita, go ahead.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you, Matt. Why did you join? We're just finishing, Matt.
Hi, Coach Shane. Hi, everybody. Well, I just joined in to listen in for a few minutes, but I guess I'm late.
No, it's always great to hear your voice. By the way, Matt, did you study the DDM about making a point?
No, I didn't. Not yet, but I'll make sure to go back and study it.
The reason I'm asking is one of the college students, the first college student, his voice and your voice are very, very similar. Pronunciation, too.
Are they? Well, then certainly I'll have to go back to it and check it out.
Thanks a lot, Matt. And once again, to everybody. Eva, did you have a comment? Great. I'm going to say that as a no. I can't hear anything. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great 2 weeks. Get going on this book. It's a 1 hour, 9 minute audio book, and you can read it if you want. Obviously, if you look at the book, there's a lot more than 1 hour and 9 minutes, but it is about punctuation. So we'll focus just on the audio book. It's great though if you like writing, if you're interested in punctuation, this is some pretty good stuff, good reference material. And once again, I liked it so much. I have 2 books. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next week. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a great one. And Santa, again, thank you so much for your wonderful, wonderful service over the past couple of years. You've been really excellent. Thank you, Santa. Take care, everybody.
Thank you. See you guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Santa.
All right. See you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Yeah.